Okay, here we go. So we're just gonna start by stretching the neck. Now, do whatever you feel. Whatever you feel is what you should do, whether that's your legs, your shoulders, or your arms, maybe your wrist. Everyone's gonna usually be doing different things, so you're gonna have to stretch different parts. So we're just gonna hold it to the side for 2 minutes. And then we'll go to the other side and hold it for 2 more minutes. We'll probably move on to some shoulder exercises and not exercises, stretches as we come about. So we're coming up to 1 minute right now. I hold my stretches for 2 minutes. Now this is just like a routine, something that I'm doing additional between the other one I did, because I didn't get to stretch today and I record the other video, so I decided to record this video on top of all of that. Now we're just gonna gently keep holding the neck. So, and you can come out of it if you want and just realign yourself, whatever you gotta do, and come back down. If there's another spot you want to attack, maybe like up this way a little bit, which I could see this way. You can even go all the way straight back. We'll probably do one of those, but it's just, I got the clock, so I kind of got to watch the clock, because I usually do the time on my phone and it goes do, but we're not having that. So we're wrapping up 15 seconds, so still holding the head to one side. Our first 2 minute exercise, which is a stretch, and we will hold these for 2 minutes. We will immediately go to the other side, because that's how I like to run things, is to keep going. Because once you're in the flow, then you just want to keep going. You could have stayed in that stretch and held it for longer. This is what I'm doing in my approach, and I found the most beneficial. Why 2 minutes? I think 2 minutes is a good thing, but I usually stay in stretches for longer. So 2 minutes is just an example to set. You want to feel something when you do this. Life is about a feeling. I just decided to come in a nice yard. I gotta take my socks off actually, but it's so nice out. One of the best days probably yet in terms of weather, with having my shirt off. I heard it's gonna rain a little later. That'd actually be nice. I like when it rains when I sleep, you know, so it's a little cooler, and I like to feel the rain, you know. If it could be sunny in the day, nice and cool in the day, and then rain at night every day, I think that's pretty much paradise. I don't necessarily, okay, so I think we did a minute. We're gonna keep holding it up. We'll hold it up 1 more minute. So I did stop losing count because I was talking. Sorry for the rambling, but we're coming back into play here. So we got 45 seconds left this side. Remember to keep your back straight. If you need to come out of it, you can always come out of it and then come right back into it. Every stretch you can always bounce back in and bounce back out. The rain, I don't mind cold weather, but I don't really like the snow. I do, that's not what I meant. I do like the snow, but I don't like when it I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, so this next one, since we'll just do that for the head, we'll come around. So we're gonna wanna hold, you can even sit something behind you if you wanna sit down. This behind your head, and just hold it there. So we're gonna hold it for 2 minutes. Starters, just go onto your other shoulder. We're gonna be stretching kind of like your tricep. Go on your other shoulder, but for me, I'm gonna have it in the middle way. I'll turn so you see. Just keep holding it there for you. I'm holding it in the middle way, if you can see. And so you wanna be like this for starters, but if you're really getting a stretch, you're gonna go a little bit deeper. So I'll keep facing the camera for this sake, because I don't know how it is. Make sure your back is straight when you do this. We're coming up to 15 seconds to our first minute. I'm going to be getting my hair cut, so to grow it out again. So here we go, coming up on 1 minute. If you need to cool it down, then let it down. I prefer to do this exercise standing, but for the sake of this video, I'm doing it sitting down. I prefer to do a little bit of both, of sitting down and standing up, depending on how I feel. Usually, typically legs, I'm sitting down, and upper body, I'm standing up. So, okay, we're approaching 30 more seconds, 35 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we got 30 more to go for this stretch. Now we would have hold 3 stretches by now. Yeah. We started right with this video. You know, I'm gonna take the socks off real quick, so we're gonna have a 15-second intermission before we jump into our next stretch. But you're holding every stretch for 2 minutes, so if you wanna follow along, to take the 15 seconds. You can hold any one of these stretch as long as you want to, as long as you need to. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do the other side of this stretch, which is just gonna be that shoulder and that tricep, whatever you feel the most. Here we go. I just got the reason I was talking about my hair, because my ponytail's right in the back and it's like right in the center, so I have to angle my head a little bit to fit because it's so centered. And the reason I don't just go over to the other shoulder anymore is because I really don't feel it. So I need to go more aligned and more deeper, because I've held this stretch for a pretty long time. Okay, so we're coming up to 30 more seconds here for the first minute of the 2 for our 4th stretch of this video. And I am stretching later in the day, but it's honestly going to be a super cool down. It's nice to be outside in this weather, and if it does rain, I'll be cooler, but maybe a little later when I go to sleep. Okay, we're coming up to 1 minute holding this stretch. You can hold this stretch as long as you want, and you can bounce in and out of it anytime as long as you want. You know, if you need to stop for a second, take a break, get a sip, don't torture yourself. If it's too much, take a break real quick and come out of it. Come out of it and come back in. We got 45 seconds. Let's do this. So hold it there. Again, you want tension in there. If you're beginners, come to your shoulder. If you're in the middle, you want to come hand karate chop straight back behind you, head as straight as you can get it. And you want to feel that. Keep your back aligned. Always keep your back straight, no matter what you do. Here we go, folks. We're approaching 15 seconds. Eventually, when you hold this long enough, you can reach your other hand around and you can grab them together. Okay, so we got 5 more seconds. If you stick with me, I promise you can do it. You'll do it with me. Okay, coming out, we'll do another shoulder stretch. So lock your arms, just crisscross them one over the other. It doesn't even matter. Keep your back straight. Just keep them lower. You can raise them, but eventually I found, even after raising them down, it doesn't even matter, because eventually when you do this for a long time, you're gonna push this way. You're gonna like push. You'll know when you'll get there though. So a lot of people say this is a yoga pose because I crisscross my arms. This is probably like one of the main ones. And I know I said this before. Maybe I'll try to get like a side angle of this. And basically that's not true. I found this stretch to be real simple and effective, doing the least. So I really enjoy it. We're coming up to about 1 minute on this stretch, so keep holding it in. You just crisscross your arms, and we're gonna do the same other side. These are pretty much the shoulder exercise I do for my body. There's some wrist ones we'll do too. As I said, I like this one sitting. It's not bad. I do like standing up doing these type of stretches though. 45 seconds left with this stretch. You'll feel a burn, trust me. I always wonder what I sound like, but Never know. Because it's really hard to hear myself, and I make a lot of music, so I kind of know how other things sound, and that's how I relate to things, which is synonymous. All right, 15 seconds left in the stretch, and we're gonna swap over to the other side. If this is hurting you in any way, take a break, then come back at it. Make sure your back is aligned, you're relaxed, and you're just letting things go. You're just watching this video or watching something else, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, we're switching right now to the other side. Crisscross the other side, and here we go. Keep your back straight. Feel into it. If you want to raise them up a little bit, if you want to feel a little more, go ahead. Keep them steady down. Crack your neck if you want to, if you can. I love cracking my neck. I love when something pops in place, especially my kneecaps. Sometimes my hip. I think I was born with a messed up hip. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was born with like a piece on my back that's not connecting, the most bottom bone. Interesting fact. All right, we're coming up to 1 minute. Here we go. 1 more minute just to see into a shorter stretch. So far we've done side to side head stretch. That's 2 stretches. We've done a shorter stretch, that's 4 stretches. We are on our 6th stretch right now. We're moving, we're about to come out of this. Now, we could do anything of whatever, really. We'll go back and we'll finish the head stretch. Or maybe we'll do some wrist exercises or stretches. There's just so many to do. I don't know which one I would want to do. Ain't that crazy? Okay, so this, I mean, we did work the upper body. Okay, we're coming up approaching 15 seconds. We're gonna warp into, I don't know. I guess we're gonna just finish the neck. We're gonna sit here a little bit more. Yeah, remember I said, you're not gonna be bending as much as me unless you've done this a lot, because you're gonna be more up here, I'm more down here. Okay, so we're coming out of here. I gotta look at the clock, so pick any side that's available to you where you can still turn around and see. I guess you don't necessarily gotta see me, but I gotta see the clock. So here we go. We're starting this now. We started this stretch now. It's okay if you're following along, you have a couple extra seconds, that is fine. Or if you're behind a couple seconds, you know, there's some leeway here. Make sure your shoulders are coming inwards. Don't move your shoulders at all. So we're gonna sit straight and we're gonna go all the way around. Now, I necessarily can't see the clock, but I know it's not 2 minutes. And we're just gonna keep going. Don't force it, just apply slight pressure. It's crazy, I can't see the clock, but I can almost. I can just see the hand just moving. I don't really see anything though. I just know it's moving. So we're probably coming along here. Yeah, it looks like almost a minute we're in here. So we got another minute to go to hold this over there. If you just want to do 1 minute each side at times I do this, or do stretches for 1 minute, divide yourself up and do them in 1 minute in my 2 minute time, that's fine. This is perfect time to stretch, a perfect follow along video. And you don't gotta move around like I did, but if you did, fuck it. It's funny. So let's come out of here real quick. We got 45 more seconds left in this. You can come out real quick if you need to. Fix whatever you gotta fix. Get over your emotions, come back. Stretching releases emotion and it calms you down. That's basically what it does. It also increases your flexibility and your state of mind. It does wonders for everyone, especially someone who's tense and does a lot of exercise, a lot of movement, which is pretty much almost every human being, or should be at least. Once you get so good at stretching, then you don't have to stretch as much. But if you do stretch for a living, then you gotta stretch some more. Okay, so we're coming out of this stretch right now. I'm gonna take a sip. We're gonna do the other side. So just go on the other side and start. Make sure your shit's aligned. Just sit cross-legged, however you want to sit. I feel like my skin's been really smooth. Here, I'm not in the video that much, so maybe I'll back up like this so you get another view. Just go to your other side, like I said. If you need to take a break, go ahead. Go to the bathroom, take a drink. So we're last 15 seconds of the first minute. We're gonna be in here. We got like, I think this is gonna be our 8th stretch right here. So we'll fold into some legs. We'll get back into some legs real quick. Okay, we got a minute in here. Way to go. Keep your shoulders inward, not out here, not twisting, not turning. You want your shoulders straight. Now watch. It's alright if they move a little bit, but just try to not make them move as much and go as far as you can behind. Readjust yourself if you have to. 45 seconds left. A good way to keep your muscles loose is to always stretch them, especially after workouts. Stretch, a little bit of stretching all the time is better than stretching one long time. Though that could be beneficial too. It's better than not stretching at all. We're coming to our 15 seconds when you guys started. And that's fine. We're gonna come out of this stretch. Even if you switch sides between that'll be fine too, because you can always do that. We're gonna come into almost a split-like position. And we're just gonna go down. Go in as far as you can. Adjust yourself. There's gonna be a tighter side that needs moved out. Get to it. We're gonna come into it. And we're just gonna sit here for 2 minutes. Make sure your back is as straight as you can go. And like if you seen my earlier video, it was nice to really go in the stretch and have something. I do have something similar, but my phone's on it, so I'd be getting real close to the camera to do this. I'm gonna back up for the camera's sake of the video. Maybe I'll go sideways and you can get a good view. We're coming up to 15 seconds. You can also like grab the grass if you need to. And I'll just go right in the middle. Really feel it out. Keep going and going. All right, we're at 1 minute. And I do like, again, when we can get into the wall, and when you have something to propel yourself, someone can even push you. If we are, if you have someone to help you, that's beneficial. You can actually, I believe, 2 heads are better than 1. And if you have someone to help you do your splits, even motivational wise and energy wise, will, or just stretching or anything in life, will, good spirit will always improve things. Okay, we're coming up to 15 seconds. We're just gonna, we'll do this stretch one more time. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch, get ready. You can stay in there. Get a different view, I guess. Getting closer. Okay, we're gonna be in this for 30 seconds. And you can always move around and get into something better. Obviously, I moved around a little bit. So would this be 1 minute coming up? Yeah. Okay, 1 minute coming up here. We got 1 more minute to go. After this, we're gonna stretch our hamstrings. We're gonna get up, and you're gonna see this is what a lot of dancers do, and I would gymnasts. It's actually pretty much my favorite one to stretch the hammies, the safest one to stretch the hammies, and we're going to show you how. Because some of these stretches can hurt your back if you're not doing them correctly. That's why you always want to make sure you have a straight back. You can hold up straight for this. You can go in. I'm not bending my back like this, but you want to hold it as straight as you can and go in. And just make sure your back's not hurting at the end of the day. That's what you really want to search for. Just make sure you're not hurting. You'll know when something hurts you. Okay, so we're gonna be 4 minutes in the stretch. I think this is gonna be our 9th or our 10th stretch. So that'll be 20 minutes, yeah. So this will be our 10th stretch, it looks like. Coming up 15 seconds, we're gonna fold into this one of my common things, easiest one for the hamstrings. You actually do this one on the ground. Okay, so we'll switch. Just like this. So you're gonna just get down and fold. You just wanna fold in front of you and just make sure your back's straight, that's all. And it's real easy. You know, you might not be all down here. You just want to work your way to there. Now, I will go down there. I haven't stretched these that much today, but this is great for the beginner. Just make sure your back's straight at this point. That's all you really want to do. Just hold it. This is my warm-up. A lot of people talk about warming up. This is how I warm up. They lightly go into the stretch, and you'll see in a second, we'll go a little deeper. Because I'm not really feeling too much here. I do feel a little bit, but I want to feel more. So coming up here, we got 15 seconds left in the stretch. We'll hold it for a little longer. And what you can do is, you can kick this leg out further, or you can move this one back. And for the sake of it, we're going to go both ways as much as we want until we feel what we want. So we're a minute in, and we're just going to stretch. I just gotta have to move this so you can stay in it. Because we want to come down eventually, and my legs, it's better to get the stretch up though where I was and then get down to this. See, I can kind of go, I can touch the ground over here, but I want to go full into it, you know what I mean? So I'm going to stretch down here a little bit more. My back leg, you know what I mean? My front leg, it's just like a hip opener type of thing. So yeah, we're really feeling it right now. I'm really into it, as you can see. We'll see if we can get the other leg up. My puny little legs. So 2 minutes is coming up. We'll probably switch to the other side. Or just stay in your stretch still. You can still stay in it. Okay, so we'll switch up, and this just comes right from the stretch. So you don't want your kneecap over this. It looks like that just the way it is, and you're gonna feel it. I've done this stretch for hours, but I can get all the way down here. Usually you can push it out here. I don't really feel this stretch here, but this is a great stretch for people. You just want to stand up. You'll see people stand up. I know I'm not really in the video, but they'll do it like that. And I don't really feel that stretch when I do it because I've held this stretch. I feel like a little bit right here. That's about it. You'll usually feel it way more right down like here. Sorry, my things there, but you'll usually feel this stretch up around here. So we'll just keep holding this. You know, I could get deeper into this, I guess, and then I could push this out. You know, I could come out further. It's just like angling yourself. But at the beginning, you're going to be right up. You can even hold something. You want to be straight up, but you know, just whatever works for you. You can push out. You see how I'm doing? Like, I'm really feeling it. I'm just really flexing it. So we're a minute in. We got 1 more minute to go with this. You know, and if this doesn't make sense, this one's fun. You can hold the last stretch. You could go back to another stretch, or you could just wait till we get in here. Sorry, my face left it. And we're just, you know, again, pushing this. I'm feeling it over here. We're also pushing this a little bit. Not feeling too much from there. That's fine. I don't really like hitting 2 points because this is kind of focused on 1 point right here, and we're just focusing right here, and I feel it. So that's what we want to do, basically. You know, sometimes you could go wider, but just go where you want to feel it. If I come down, sometimes I'll move my leg back, but I have to readjust myself, and I don't like readjusting myself when I'm in a stretch. So we got 15 seconds left. We're just going to do the other side. So we'll go from the other side. We'll start with this one so you see it from the other angle, and maybe I'll do it forward. So come into this other one and just put your leg back. So you get a nice view. This leg's straight. And you want it, you don't want it over, so you don't want it like this all the way back there. You want it up here, and you're gonna feel it right back here. Now, I've held this stretch for hours and watched videos like this, more so up here and more so up here. That's why I can go all the way down here. So if you're not all the way down here, it's gonna be fun. This is up there. You're gonna have to hold the stretch, and I feel it right here when I do this, but I'm not trying to hit this spot right here. I'm trying to hit right here. This is the whole point. So when you start, you're probably gonna be up here, and you can do it from up here too and hit at different spots. But the spot I'm working on is all the way down here. Hopefully this is all good vocally. We're gonna wrap this up very shortly because I don't wanna make these videos too long. Let me comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video, what you would like to see. We're having more come too. It's gonna be the second one I made, so let me know if you have anything. We have 1 minute to go right now, holding the stretch. Really feel in there. If you got a stretch like this and hit that down there, that's fine. After this, we're gonna do what we're gonna pull the hamstrings like we did on the other side. We should just start it in reverse over here. So just make sure your back's straight. You can even lift that chest up. Really feel it down here. If you need to, you can even extend if you really want to get a nice stretch in. And now we have 30 seconds left, and I'm really feeling it right here. I mean, I guess I could go back a little further to really feel that stretch, but I just feel like I got so much in that stretch. We're just not gonna get, you can only go so far sometimes in certain stretches. That is true, but there's ways to make it more depending on your range of motion, how your flexibility increases. Okay, 15 seconds left. We're just gonna stretch. Now we're gonna stretch this other one. You can come out of that, come into this, just go straight ahead, come down on it. If you feel a pull in your back, just try to angle it. It will go away. This is the safest hamstring stretch. That's why I do this stretch. I don't like any of the other ones. I always had problems with them. These are my favorite ones. One knee on the ground, one knee out, and then you can get into your splits. And you can even come up here if you really want to and kind of do something different, but you want to come down on it for the most part. When you're more strict, and you're gonna see, again, how we go into the split, but I guess I'll do it more centered this time so you'll see how this leg comes out. Because this is like a warm-up for me before I really go tug at it. I might warm up 4 minutes on here. I haven't been stretching these. Well, I've been stretching. I've been really practicing on the center. When you do the middle split, like I was doing, okay, so 1 minute's up. When you do the middle split, you pretty much stretch everything. But you just can't, you only can do so much of a stretch sometimes, you know what I mean? And it's all right, do a different stretch. You don't have to hold that one stretch, because I'm that person that will hold that stretch forever. And the middle split's the one you want to do. But these ones, any stretch is beneficial, any stretch. And the ones I'm showing are the most effective to me, but do the most effective ones for you. That's what I always preach. So we got 30 seconds left in here. Again, we're gonna hold this for another 2 minutes. You can do whatever one of your choice you would like to hold for another 2 minutes. So we got, I think it says 28 minutes, 29. So I think we have for about 14 stretches in here. And that's a pretty nice video, honestly. So you're gonna see as we come deeper into this, my leg is pretty straight right here, and you probably can't see. We're gonna hold this for another 2, but I'm gonna come a little bit deeper into here to where I like it. If you do have blocks, that's perfect. This one just happens to be there. Yeah. How's it going? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, so it's really random because I was like, the garbage can's kind of blocking me and she didn't know, so yeah. And there was a car coming. So we are into a minute into this. So we got 1 more minute to go. And like, it's just, this back here needs stretched out a little bit more. I can almost get it going all the way down. But we're just focusing on this right here. This is what we're focusing on. You could have even stayed where we're back. In fact, we could even go back in there if we really wanted to and see if we can get anything out of here. So just don't hurt yourself, come out of there. See, I still feel something right here. So we got 30 seconds left. We got 30 minutes into this video. My phone footage is kind of full, so we're gonna maybe do 1 or 2 more stretches. I'm really feeling these hammies right now. I don't know if you are. Okay, so 15 seconds coming up right here. I guess we'll come into another one, so just bring this leg up a little bit and just come down here a little bit to wherever you feel it, as far as you can go to the ground. Even if you need to push that leg out. See, when you start to push this leg out, you start to stretch a different muscle and it takes off this muscle. That's why I don't like pushing the leg out. That's what I've noticed. All right, so we got 30 seconds left in here, and it's all right if you didn't get this stretch. You can do any stretch you want to. Like I said, I'm not really trying to push this leg out. I'm more so getting right down here, the right hip flexor. I'm more so giving that, you know, I feel them. It's probably just going back to, we'll just do a minute in this. Maybe. We'll do it, just stay 2 minutes in here. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds. We can do another minute in the stretch or whatever stretch you're holding. 2 minutes is divine, it's perfect. Sorry my face fell out of this video. You can even come up here more if you really could. But I'm pretty sure you want your, like, you know, your hips squared, however you feel they're squared. I'll keep holding the stretch. I do feel it a little bit, definitely, especially holding this. So after this, we got 15 seconds left, whoop-de-doo. We're going to another hamstring stretch. We'll really get it in. And then after that, we'll hit the side and we'll wrap this video up. This is actually fun because it helps me get through the stretching. I usually watch stuff and distract myself. Okay, so we'll just come right back up. As you can see, this is a nice little flow, and we'll just really dive. This is probably one of the, I'm not gonna say the best ones I'm at, but this one is pretty loose. My other one I would say is tighter because it would always hurt my back when I stretch it. So here we go. And you can really, sometimes you can flex your muscle if you're in the right spot. Don't flex it right here, but when you're in certain positions, you'll know when you can flex it. But don't do that when you're stretching. Like, I mean, you have to handle it. It's kind of difficult to explain. So my fingernails are growing so long, but my toenails ain't, which is, or maybe they just fell off, you know. Because I like my toenails, like, even though they're strong or not, I move around all the time. So we got 1 minute into the stretch. My fingernails are super long. So we'll just come in till you feel it. Just this side, up this leg. We'll get a different view. So just come out, lay it out in front of you. We'll come down. You'll know where it's at, where you want to stay. Just come really into it. Picked up some mud right there. I'm really feeling it. I mean, my leg's pretty straight, I would say. So we got 30 seconds left. I don't know, is this 1 minute in here? No, but we're gonna hold this for, is it 15 seconds left of the second minute? But honestly, I'm probably let's just hold this stretch for another 2 minutes. Whatever, the stretch is your choice. hold for another 2 minutes. I'm gonna hold this for another 2 minutes. And then I guess we'll wrap up the vid. And if you'd want to, you can do the other side. Maybe we'll do the other side. The phone memory right now in the length of this video is pretty long. So I do 2 minutes and this video is about to be 38 minutes long. So we did about 14 stretches, which is pretty good, you know. I would say that's excellent. If you go into 14 stretches today, that's really good. Anything's better than nothing. Okay, so we got 15 seconds coming up in our first minute, and if you would like to switch into something and do another minute, that'd be fine, you know what I mean? You want to go back to where we were at, if you want to hit the other side real quick. But I'm probably going to end this video and finish up on this side just for the sake of how long the video is, and it took really long to do the other one, even though that was 4K. I won't be shooting probably my stretching videos in 4K unless I have newer equipment, which I don't have. Okay, so we got 45 seconds left in the second minute for the stretch, and then we'll call it a day. Just really get there, really get in there. You know, the more you do it, even if you're fucking stiff, it will come. Your body will learn to loosen up. Your body's just usually really stiff. And it will come. It won't come the day you do it. It comes the days after you do it. You'll see. It doesn't come the day you do it. Yeah. Really feeling this one. We've got 5 seconds left, so let's pull through. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Come off slowly. Hope everyone has a good night. If you can finish stretching the one side if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. You can always make up. Always do what feels most. Sometimes you might have to hit one side more than the other. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. I didn't say that at the beginning. Shit I should have said. Shit I should have said. And thanks if you are a subscriber and if you are a viewer of this, appreciate it. Help spread the word, share the video. Give a like, let me know what you think below. Stay tuned, check out my other channel, Snapcracklefizzle. Have a nice night, dude.